How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some real Chupacabra sightings caught on camera. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this. It's helpful to have some background information on this mythical beast before glancing at some footage of real Chupacabra sightings. Some who have stumbled upon this wanton wild creature report reptile-like features and a trail of sharp quills running down its back. Others describe the Chupacabra as a dog-like creature with a prominent spiral ridge, protruding fangs and sharp claws. The unsettling body of the Chupacabra stretches out 3 to 4 feet. Chupacabra sightings have been reported from Maine down to Chile in South America. However, sightings are mainly concentrated in Mexico and the southern United States. The surest telltale sign that a Chupacabra is lurking is a livestock attack. Chupacabras are said to routinely leave behind bloodless corpses of cows, sheep, and chickens. In fact, Chupacabra literally means goat sucker in Spanish. The creature supposedly drains the blood of its victims via 3 pointed holes that are left behind. So is it a creature of the netherworld, undiscovered species, or just a domesticated dog overcome by some mysterious skin illness? Let's investigate by reviewing some alleged real Chupacabra sightings. Footage of an alleged Chupacabra body that was aired by CBS News in 2011 has put to rest much of the skepticism surrounding the validity of this creature's existence. The video shows a curious body found in the town of Helotes, Texas. What's on display is an animal of some kind with sharp, jagged teeth and a hairless, twisted body. The creature seen here was found deceased on the side of the road by a man named Drake Gafford. After spotting the creature, Gafford picked it up and placed it in the back of his truck. Gafford was taken aback when he saw red eyes and 3-inch claws on a creature that looked nothing like anything he had ever seen before. There was also one feature that really took Gafford by surprise. The creature he stumbled upon on a dusty road in Texas had opposable thumbs. Of course, it's important to say that Gafford wasn't just any guy with a pickup truck. Gafford is actually a ranching expert with plenty of experience with animals and livestock. He's thoroughly convinced that he did stumble upon a genuine Chupacabra. However, he doesn't believe that this creature has any supernatural ties. He simply believes that the Chupacabra is an elusive private species that's having a hard time staying hidden as civilization encroaches on its habitat. This next Chupacabra sighting, uploaded to YouTube by Deal for Real 2000, shows some grainy footage of what can really only be described as a cross between a kangaroo and a coyote walking around. You'll notice the ridged, pronounced spine that is commonly attributed to the Chupacabra on the creature in this video. Also noticeable is a long tail, skinny legs, and pointed ears. The creature appears to be sniffing around at something on the ground. Is it following the scent left behind by its next, soon-to-be bloodless victim? The only information provided by the uploader of this Chupacabra sighting is that it takes place in a forest park. Unfortunately, that does make it difficult to hone in on potential creatures that this video could be showing. It's not impossible that the creature featured here is simply a coyote with mange. The oversized ears and bony body of this creature also introduce the possibility that what we're viewing is a fox with mange. However, it's hard to deny that the posture and movement of this creature somehow seem unnatural. So what do you think? Fox with mange or a genuine Chupacabra sighting? Let me know in the comments section below. Did members of law enforcement in a small Texas town accidentally stumble upon a mythical blood-hungry force to be reckoned with? KFDA News Channel 10 shares footage captured by sheriff's deputies in DeWitt County. What we see is a creature bounding along a country road where deputies had been checking fence lines. The deputies on the scene describe what they saw as a hairless creature with a long snout. We can clearly see the creature's long, pronounced snout when it turns its head about 29 seconds into the footage.
Now, one of the deputies, there it is again, called it hairless.
We can also see what appears to be a row of sharp teeth during that brief head turn. This particular Chupacabra sighting also shows a body with short front legs and long back legs. Deputies on the scene also said that the creature was about the size of a coyote. However, the sheriff involved said he was convinced that he was not at all dealing with a coyote once he caught a glimpse of the creature's very distinctive profile.
He said it's about the size of a coyote, but when he froze the video and saw its profile, he knew he was not dealing with a coyote at all. What
makes the Chupacabra sighting in DeWitt County hard to dismiss is the fact that a rash of livestock and chicken deaths had recently been reported in the area. The animals that were discovered had all been completely drained of blood. What's more, they all bore the signature fang marks of the murderous Chupacabra. If you've got your own ghost photos or ghost videos you want to submit, head to our brand new Slaptam subreddit. If they're scary enough, we may feature them in an upcoming episode. I'll put a link in the description box below. It's also a really cool place to hang out with other Slaptam viewers and see what other creepy evidence people are digging up. Again, I'll put a link in the description box below and I'll pin it in the comments. Check it out. An uploader named Ross Whitfield brings us another piece of footage of an alleged roaming Chupacabra. This filmed encounter from Picayune, Missouri is one of the crispest Chupacabra sightings out there. The creature shown fits the profile of a thin, hairless animal with large ears that is closely associated with the classic description of the Chupacabra. We also see a long tail as the creature vacillates between ambling somewhat awkwardly and folding into a contorted sitting position. We even see it calmly stalking small birds that land within its field of vision. What is especially notable about this footage is that the alleged Chupacabra appears to be aware of the fact that it's being watched. It seems to maintain eye contact with the camera throughout the encounter. This crisp video really gives us a chance to observe the habits of what may be a Chupacabra in the wild. We can see that the creature seems to move in slow circular patterns. It also appears to be preoccupied with following a scent on the ground. The movement patterns seen in this film are also interesting. The creature seems to move in a manner that is something similar to a cross between a dog and a deer. However, of the thousands of viewers that have seen this footage, opinions seem to range from genuine Chupacabra sighting to simply a dog or coyote with severe mange. Was the body of a Chupacabra found on a pristine Texas golf course a decade ago? An employee at Runaway Bay Golf Course spotted something out there on the green he'll never forget. In fact, Ricky Vincent offers a pretty interesting description of the body he stumbled across purely by accident, one day while making his rounds looking for rogue balls. It was like a shaved weenie dog with raccoon feet, a possum tail and a possum head, recounts Vincent. Of course, Vincent isn't just offering this description based on memory. The golf course employee has photos to prove what he saw. Footage shared by CBS News on YouTube shows the body of a hairless animal with odd limbs and sharp teeth. The supposed Chupacabra that met its demise for one reason or another on that Texas golf course was about the length of a medium-sized dog. The story doesn't just end with some startling photos. Reporters at CBS News actually decided to bring the evidence to a man named John Ward at the Fort Worth Zoo to see if he could identify the species. Ward's best guess was that what Ricky Vincent actually discovered out there on the golf course was a stray dog or coyote with some type of skin condition. Ward noted the creature's hairless body and bloated appearance as signs of mange. However, employees at Runaway Bay Golf Course aren't buying the dog theory at all. An employee named Cody Caraway encourages viewers to look at the claws and feet on the creature to see they aren't dog-like at all. Ultimately, what the Runaway Bay Chupacabra really is remains a mystery. Before we get to that number 1 spot and take a look at a startling sighting of an alleged Chupacabra in Houston, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there. That way you'll be notified about all our latest scary and mysterious content. Most of us think about making a coffee run or seeing what's playing on the local radio station as we buzz through our morning commutes. Nobody expects to start their day with a sighting of the elusive, dangerous Chupacabra. However, that's exactly what happened to one Houston man who was quick enough to get the whole thing on camera. Justin Farris tells his tale in footage shared by KSAT 12. Justin Farris was just minding his own business when he stumbled upon an alleged Chupacabra running along a fence line on his route to work.
Well, Justin Farris thinks so, says he saw one running along this fence line on his way to work this morning.
Farris immediately attempted to take pictures of the creature. Unfortunately, the pictures that he snapped fall into the category of being too blurry to be fully credible. In fact, the blurriness of the photos caused skeptics to chime in right away when they were released back in April of 2015. There's also something of a twist to this story. It turns out that Justin Farris was no Chupacabra newbie when he spotted the creature on his way to work. Farris is actually something of a Chupacabra hunter. Farris claims to have had a total of 4 Chupacabra sightings in his life. However, 2015's sighting is only the second one that he's managed to get on camera. So was this whole thing just a hoax to get 15 minutes of fame? It's unclear. However, the one thing that is clear is that Justin Farris may have thought up the best excuse ever for being late for work. Now, if you want to see some more freaky clips, check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a paranormal playlist right there you can binge on for hours and hours. Now, in the comment section below, let us know which one of these clips you thought was the weirdest or creepiest. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.